Hey beautiful soul stars, welcome to Starlight, Starbright Tarot. I hope you're all well. Love, light and blessings to each and every one of you. Let's find out what you need to know. Truth and clarity. Truth and clarity for the Soul Crew Collective, for the Soul Star Collective. Soul Crew, yes. Are you in a boat? Are you boaters? Something here to do with boats and boating? Or you're part of a crew in the Navy? And we have the Emperor with their arms folded and looking a little bit angry, and the Five of Wands. Oh yeah, the Emperor and angry. We have the Five of Wands here. So the Emperor can represent someone in power, somebody who has a very powerful position in society, or they just display power. This person, yeah, could be very angry with the Five of Wands here. They're quite, they have a bit of a beard, they're quite stout. Yeah, I use Zelensky. Yeah, somebody who wants to create a lot of conflict, wants to create war. Somebody who feels like things just aren't going the way that they want. Like they're in this position of power, but it's almost like they're not really getting what they want. They have very golden boots. Oh, isn't that interesting? Oh, on his knee. Like, look at that cross. It's the St. George's cross. St. George's Cross. You can look that up. So yeah, the Five of Wands, somebody who's, yeah, not happy unless people are fighting, unless people are angry. It's a way of controlling, you know, because, you know, people who are angry create anger and fear in others, and this, you know, this feeds their power, this feeds their ego. There's some kind of manipulation going on here, but things are going to change. If somebody around you is very aggressive, if there's nothing but arguing and fighting. I'm also getting wrestling and things like that. We've got like wrestlers here. So this could be something here to do with wrestlers. And the Emperor looks after many, you know, looks over many lands. So it could be somebody who has many businesses and things like that as well. They're not happy with the way things are going at the moment from what I'm getting. Yeah. They could have a problem with their knee. They could limp or have a scar on their knee or something like that. Yeah, on the surface they're purple, they're spiritual, but there's something about them. Space boots here as well. Yes, people are trying to cause a lot of conflict and confusion with the Five of Wands. And then we have the Empress. So we have the Emperor and the Empress with a lot of arguing and fighting in between. There could also be a lot of competition for this Empress. Maybe the Empress isn't paying any attention to this Emperor, or this Emperor. Yeah, this Empress, yeah, just let me keep going. But we have this beautiful Empress here, orange, sacral chakra. So, and pink, heart. So there could be issues around this Empress to do with sexuality and things like that. You could be one of 5 or have 5 children or something like that, or 5 boys, something like that. And we have this very blonde Empress. So somebody's causing a lot of trouble for this Empress. There could be battles over children and child abuse or allegations of SA. Okay, this is pretty heavy. Let's find out what's going on. And Starman Tarot, David Bowie. Yes, this is the art based on David Bowie's art and album covers, I think. And we have the Prince of Pentacles. So the Prince of Pentacles is somebody who moves very slowly, needing to move off into the future. It's almost like this horse is wearing socks. Or there's tree stumps here. Trojan horse, I'm just getting snippets. But yeah, this Prince of Pentacles is looking back at this Empress. So we've got a Prince of Pentacles who's moving forward into the future, but they're reluctant. They're looking back towards this Empress. And I'm getting like photographs and things like that. Hidden cameras even, something to do with hidden cameras. But yeah, this horse, when I first looked at it, looked like it had socks on, so kind of silently moving away, or somebody's running around with their socks on, hiding their toes. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. The Empress could be protecting someone younger from all this conflict, could be protecting someone from this Emperor as well. It's like the mother figure protecting perhaps a son or a daughter from this Emperor who just creates a lot of chaos. And the Prince of Pentacles, Taurus energy, moving forward reluctantly. You know, they look sad, they look depressed. It's like they have no choice but to move forward, leaving this Empress behind. But the Empress looks quite serene, heartfelt, very loving and nurturing. So, and then we have the Five of Cups, yeah, moving forward towards disappointment. This Prince of Pentacles, you know, they could be sort of, you know, in their 30s, maybe to 40s. Yeah, very slow moving energy, reluctant to leave someone behind or reluctant to move forward. Yeah, it can also be a proposal as well. A business proposal or something to do with business. And then moving towards the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, you know, we generally see somebody who's, you know, crying over spilt milk, looking into the past, and, you know, not realizing that they still have opportunity for love into the future. So this person feels very reluctant. There's Three of Cups here. There could be something here to do with drinking and arguing and fighting. Yeah. So there's a Prince of Pentacles who's really reluctant. Looking back. You know, maybe this is the thing too. You know, you're looking back into your past. Maybe you had a violent father and a mother who kind of sat serenely through it all, or yeah, a lot of conflict here. You know, maybe you regret leaving this Empress behind, maybe leaving a mother behind, you know, as you go out into the world. But I'm getting that the Empress is fine. Like, you know, whatever conflict has been around this Empress is coming to an end. It's almost like it's going to go back on this Emperor. But we have an Emperor who is very angry, and they like to have war, they like wrestling, they like all that very masculine, strong, aggressive, masculine energy. And then an Empress who's very loving and serene, but kind of also flirtatious is what I'm getting. Yeah, anyway, we'll keep going. Yeah, somebody's in regret. You know, maybe this is the thing too, you know, you don't drink because you came from a family of alcoholics or something like that, or, you know, but the Prince of Pentacles moving forward into the future. But towards the Five of Cups, you know, there's some sorrow here. Three of Cups, oh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this could be to do with world events as well. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. You know, things were fated. What's meant to be is meant to be. It's like what a lot of people who try and control others, who try and create conflict, who even try to create conflict in the world. The one thing that they, you know, they all think that they're in control, but they're not. You know, God is in control. So interventions can happen at any minute. The best, you know, laid plans never kind of work out. Nothing ever works out the way that you plan. Even if you are 5 steps ahead, 6 steps ahead, 5D chess, 9D chess, it doesn't matter. If you are manipulating a situation to create conflict, if you're manipulating a situation for power, if you're manipulating, you know, if you're with someone for all the wrong reasons, you know, chaos will ensue. It's not going to work out for them because God's in the house. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's like something's coming to an end, you know, for this Emperor. And that's the thing too, when things come to an end, you know, when things just aren't going in their favor, because they're sitting at the bottom of this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, when things don't go in the favor of the aggressor, of the person who wants to control everything and everyone around them, who's actually very aggressive, could be abusive. When people decide to leave, or when, you know, maybe this Empress decides to leave, you know, when they start to lose their grip on power, they, you know, they become more aggressive. They use very aggressive tactics to keep you with them or to hurt you or harm you. yeah, in some way. But at the end of the day, the Wheel of Fortune here says that things are going into your favour, while whoever this person of dominion, this dominating person, this very aggressive person, whatever they're doing, you know, they're at the bottom. They're on the wrong side of fortune is what I'm getting. So, you know, they're losing their grip. And when people lose their grip, they go crazy, they go mad. They could be trying to stir things up. Like a lot of things that are going on, you know, we see that movie Leave the World Behind, and, you know, there's all this subliminal about, you know, Tesla cars, and about, you know, civil war and all of this. Like, there are powers in the world who just want to create unrest within their countries so that they can, you know, have dominion, you know, that idea of one world order. How do you get, you know, how do you subdue people? You create chaos. Yeah, you create chaos. So, oh, and the Star card. So there's healing energy here too. So the Star healing, this could be Aquarius, February. Yeah, you have good fortune on your side. You know, you're going to heal from whatever this conflict is, rising above this conflict. And again, stars aligning. It's fated. It's in your destiny. It's written in the stars. And no matter how you try and fight the inevitable, you cannot fight the inevitable, and good always wins over evil is what I'm getting. And we have the Fool on the bottom. So yeah, setting yourself free for a new adventure, a new beginning. But somebody had to leave you behind, somebody had to move on without you. If you're the Empress, if you're the Prince of Pentacles, you know, you've got to leave all this behind. And yes, there is a sadness to it, but at the end of the day, you know, you have love going into your future. I think this Empress is big enough to look after herself, is what I'm getting. She could sit in front of a camera of some kind. And then we have a King of Pentacles. So there could be an Emperor here who's really angry with a King of Pentacles and an Empress. You know, there could be something here to do with somebody being in front of a camera. And we have the King of Pentacles, the King of the, you know, the CEO, the King of Money. There could be a very blonde child here as well, who's very beautiful. A lot of people fight for this star's attention. Also, you know, you're going to be a star when it comes to being in front of a camera, is what I'm getting. Or there's something here to do with photography, you know, becoming very creative, moving out of like a physical workplace, a physical environment, into a more serene, heartfelt, passionate environment. And the King of Pentacles, highly successful. This could be a partnership of a very creative Empress, very beautiful Empress, with a King of Pentacles, somebody who really knows how to run companies, somebody who knows how to make money, detail-oriented, and then somebody very spiritual and somebody very much grounded in the 3D, who doesn't realize how spiritual they are. Like, not everybody who's asleep isn't spiritual, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's for someone. So the King of Pentacles, big business, success in big business, or somebody powerful has their eye on you. This comes up a lot. And then we have Judgment. So yeah, Judgment, the Prince of Pentacles. So this Prince of Pentacles is feeling guilty. You know, they're under some kind of judgment, or they're about to wake up to something. Maybe this Prince of Pentacles took the wrong side. You know, when you choose the wrong side, whatever the wrong side is, I mean, everybody thinks they're on the right side, but you know, if you're on the side that's, you know, hurting and harming people, then you know, then that's a problem. So yeah, Judgment. Maybe you had someone around you, someone younger, who, you know, judged you harshly. Yeah, but there's some sadness here. And then Judgment. Yeah, somebody needs to awaken, to wake up to themselves. You know, you could have a father figure who's very judgmental with somebody in your family. You know, maybe your mum sort of sat there doing nothing, and let this person abuse you. Somebody could also have had many affairs as well. And then we have Three of Pentacles, to do with work. to do with structures, could be hospitals and government and things like that. But Three of Pentacles, collaborating with others. You're going to have a new career as well. You know, maybe this is the thing, you're having to choose between what you already know, what you've been trained for even, and change that up into something else. But it's looking into the past. It's like, where was I successful? But if you're not successful in that anymore for whatever reason, then, you know, you have to change it up. There's something new. There's something here to do with spying as well, watching and spying. And see, Nine of Cups. So, you know, there is happiness. With this Five of Cups to the Nine of Cups, you know, you turn around and you realize that your future is much brighter than you think. And not only do you have Two of Cups in your future, but you have Nine of Cups. You know, this is wish fulfillment. This is the Genie card. Wishes granted. Yes, you might take some time for solitude, but this is also a time for healing. You could also, change of career here as you wake up. You know, you need to bring healthier things into your life, have a healthier attitude. And this Nine of Cups tells me that all your wishes are going to come true. You just have to stop looking into the past, letting go of trauma and guilt. You know, guilt's huge. You know, do you really need to be feeling guilty? And there's a fair bit of, you know, things are out of your control. They're out of your hands. So what you need to do is sit calmly, just view everything as if it's a movie in some way, because, you know, the divine has everything in order. There's a divine order to everything, and no matter how frightening and chaotic things seem, it's all for a purpose. What we go through, we could have a very serene childhood and then grow up to be arrogant. We can have a very abusive childhood and grow up to be highly spiritual. I mean, there are some who can also have become abused and they become highly aggressive. Their minds snap in some way. So snapping, photos. I'm getting lots of photos on social media. Somebody could be watching you or listening to you. They're very powerful. They're very interested in what you have to say or what you're doing. It's going to lead to a lot of success. Anyway, I'll just get some tea leaves. So there's an end to conflict here. People are going to come to regret that they didn't believe in you, or they're going to come to regret. There's a lot of regret here with this Prince of Pentacles, with this younger person. Somebody's going to come to a lot of regret. They're going to come under harsh judgment. There's a Trojan horse here, you know, infiltrating Troy. There's something here to do with Troy. Is that Turkey? Where's Troy? In Turkey or something? And, I mean, I don't think Troy exists anymore as a name, but that's where Troy initially was. So, yeah, somebody's feeling like a bit of, somebody's feeling like they've let you down. Oh, rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, so this Emperor, you know, they could be born in the year of the rat. They just want power over you. You know, it makes them feel powerful. They cause a lot of conflict. So, you know, someone working against you behind your back. And this is the thing as well. We can't know everything. Doesn't matter how clever you are, how strategic you are. Everybody, you know, everybody gets hit with surprises. Everybody gets hit with something to alert them, to make them realize that maybe they're on the wrong path, or that God is always in control. So somebody could be being outed. They're a rat. The rats leaving the building. Yeah, there's something here to do with rats. And they're on the wrong side. Like, you know, what do rats do? They scurry around in the dirt, in the garbage. I mean, but rats are also highly intelligent and very resourceful. So, you know, being born in the year of a rat is actually good fortune. If you decide to use your cunning skills to create conflict, then that's a problem. So, you know, because the divine all is here. Somebody you know, could be smelling a rat. That's the other thing, you know, you're being alerted to something. Trust your spidey senses, trust your intuition. With the Wheel of Fortune here, yeah, you know, you've got to be on the right side of fortune. You've got to be on the right side of history. Somebody's on the wrong side of history at the moment. That's what I'm getting. And then we have, then we have Quill. Yeah, get back to basics. This keeps coming up in my readings. So, you know, get back to basics. Don't pay attention to these petty wars, to these petty conflicts. Send your love and light to people who are being harmed, who are on the battlefields. But this is all coming to an end. You know, and maybe writing about it. So you could be like a political journalist or something, or you're going to start up a news channel or something like that. But you need to rise above this for healing, offering your love and light to the world. I mean, this is written in the stars, and what will be, will be. But I sense that peace is on its way. Peace, you know, peace is coming to you. Peace is coming to your world, is what I'm getting. Oh yeah, and happiness and well-being. So you could end up partnering with someone, and, you know, and have a very happy life. Maybe you've had many Five of Wands relationships, starting with family, you know, maybe from a young age with the Star card here, because this is very youthful energy. This is the fountain of youth as well. You'll start to feel younger, look younger, putting all this conflict behind you. The divine is protecting you from conflict because you've been through enough. Any more conflict could tip you over the edge, and the divine doesn't want that. The divine wants you to be whole, to go out into the world, to tell your stories, to be part of society, to be part of the new world that is coming, the new earth, to help lift people and guide people out of depression, out of, you know, giving people hope and support is what I'm getting. And Three of Pentacles, this is going to be your work, you know, working with people who have depression, working with people who've been through abuse, working with people who need guidance. You could even become a financial advisor, you know, giving financial relief to people who've been in the financial desert or struggling financially, you know, for a while. Yeah, Prince of Pentacles could be 1 year. You know, there's a 1 year battle going on here within you. Things are about to change. You need to turn your mind to God. Happiness and well-being. Don't worry if you're worried about having left a mother behind or something like that. They're going to find happiness. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. I got sidetracked. Yeah, the Five of Wands. So, you know, you've been through many conflicts. You could have, you know, all your relationships could have been conflictual. You were kind of, you know, innocent and maybe even oblivious to the fact that you've got all this, you know, going on. You could have people fighting for you, and you're kind of oblivious to this, but you have had people in your life who've caused a lot of conflict in your life because they want to kind of possess you. You've been with people, you know, maybe a father figure, even maybe a mother figure, and relationships. They've wanted to possess you because you are special. You are this empress, and you have a King of Pentacles who could be investing in you in some way, or there could be a business partnership mixed with love. But your health and happiness and well-being is assured to you, is what I'm getting. Yeah, your health and well-being is assured to you. You need to get back to basics. Don't get caught up in, you know, in the play of life, is what I'm getting. So people are going to get outplayed by the divine, never mind anyone else, because the divine inserts ideas into people's minds as much as the devil inserts ideas into people's minds. So, you know, a lot of our great ideas can only be, like, where do all these things come from? You know, I tend to know things that I couldn't possibly know. It comes from God. Time to go out and have fun. Yeah, so somebody's a bit depressed. Somebody could even have a hangover with these grapes here, things like that. There's been a celebration, you know, maybe coming together of another couple, been celebrating an anniversary or something like that even. But yeah, but somebody, you know, feels confined. They feel, you know, sad. Going into the future, they don't see a lot of hope for the future. But I think it's just time to go out and have some fun if you're able to do that. It's time to do something nice for yourself. There could also be an invitation that'll help to get you out of yourself. An invitation to have some happiness, to have some joy is what I'm getting. And with the Judgment card here, it's time to sort of wake up, rise up, find this strength. It's time for good health. It's time for, you know, something better coming into your life. Goodness, oh, teardrops, great personal sorrow. Yeah, so somebody's very sorrowful, but Cup in my lap, you should accept valid criticism. Ooh, yeah, that's harsh, isn't it? Yeah. You know, this is the thing too. Maybe you've felt like you've been criticized, and maybe you've reacted in ways that you're not proud of. There could be things around alcohol and drinking here. Perhaps there's been a lot of conflict because the Emperor can be very proud with this peacock purple here. A lot of pride. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, is the criticism valid or is it not? This came up in yesterday's reading. And we have great worry over nothing. 3 of Pentacles. So, you know, great personal sorrow. So, and then great worry over nothing. It's like contradictory, isn't it? Let's have a look. You know, maybe you're worried about your work, you're worried about your money. You don't need to worry about that. You need to focus more on your emotions, being stable and steady with your emotions. Yeah, you've been through a lot of sorrow, a lot of difficulty. It's time to kind of go out and have fun. There's only so long that you can grieve, and then you have to, you know, you have to start coming back to life. Yeah, you're going to have life breathe back into you. Maybe go to the beach, maybe go into the fresh air, arms in the air, just enjoying yourself. There could be a little bit of a party or a gathering or a get-together, and yeah, you might be refusing this invitation because you're just kind of depressed, but you need to pick yourself up and move forward. And the self-negative talk needs to stop. There are changes coming. You need to balance your emotions. Things are a bit turbulent when it comes to your emotions. You know, you do feel very criticized. But are these criticisms valid? This is what we have to ask ourselves. People say and do terrible things and make us feel terrible, but are they true? You know, why do we believe people when they say that we're not worthy, when they say that we're not good enough, when they cause nothing but conflict in our lives? Why do we blame ourselves? Why should we? We shouldn't. Is it valid? No. And then we do have, like, this is a thing called constructive criticism. If people want to criticize me, yeah, do it constructively. And then we have passion and security. So this passion, yeah, it's interesting because this purple peacocking is in the lower chakras here. The coat is kind of around their waist. So yeah, there's some peacocking going on here as well. Somebody, you didn't choose someone, or this Emperor, you moved away from them, and they're a little bit of a peacock is what I'm getting. Passion, yeah, they have a lot of passionate energy. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. So I'm getting that this has been a problem with this Emperor. You know, deepest desires really should be deepest wishes, you know, with a heart. You know, like deepest desires, when we're operating on nothing but desire, sexual desire here, you know, it's going to cause a lot of problems into the future. Your desires need to be heartfelt. And then we have security, bank of self-care. We have time, space, energy, personal power, love. And what does it say? True security comes from having a reserve of time, space and energy, personal power and love. Make deposits in all of these accounts and you'll be a wealthy person indeed. So you could start receiving deposits into your bank account. There could be some generosity going on here. You could receive with the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and then deposit, you know, the word deposits. You're going to start receiving deposits into your bank account. You do have wealth into the future. Whatever your passionate, heartfelt business is going to be very successful. You could have somebody coming to invest in you as well. But this great personal sorrow, teardrops, it's time to move forward. Perhaps, you know, you started off with a lot of passion, a lot of, you know, well-being, and it's kind of taking too long. It's, you know, this is making you feel more sad or sorrowful. But there's loss here. And then we have, sometimes the best way to grow is to simply let go. Oh, there you go. Release. So sometimes the best way to grow is to simply let go. Yeah, somebody's being kept small. You know, you could have been made to feel small by a father or a mother figure, but now it's time to just let go of that and move into your future towards this Nine of Cups. This too shall pass. You know, yes, take on valid criticism. And what's that underneath? Eight of Swords. Yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot of sorrow. You know, you need to kind of deal with all of these emotions. Maybe you need to seek counselling or something like that, or you're going to become a counsellor. And don't validate other people's behaviours by letting them get away with it. If you can't, you know, you can't stay embattled with someone, there comes a point where you have to leave. Otherwise, you know, you will succumb. Worry less about making the right choice and are more about being strong enough to handle the outcome. Choice. See, that's what we were talking about in yesterday's reading, or in a couple of my readings. You know, it's steadying yourself. Yeah, yesterday's reading, have a look at that. It's steadying yourself. It's healing. Sorry, I had to change my battery. Yeah, it's moving from all of this chaotic energy. You know, maybe, you know, you were fighting back, you were embattled with an emperor, with somebody in your past, with, you know, with a father figure or a partner of some kind. You know, you just always found yourself embattled, and coming to serenity, you know, looking after your happiness and well-being. You know, and what yesterday's reading was saying, that, you know, you can't move forward because God wants you to rest. God wants you to heal. God wants you to take a fresh look at what really happened. Taking yourself out of the picture and really seeing these people for who they were. If you had been less emotional, less, you know, less chaotic within yourself because of, you know, because of abuse or trauma or whatever, things would have gone a lot more smoothly. And this has been a lesson for you, is to understand that, you know, we need to respond rather than react. But, you know, you were in emotional turmoil, you were, you know, in your lower chakras, fight or flight, because of, you know, because there's way too much conflict in your life that you felt or feel you don't deserve. And you didn't deserve it. Like, you were very serene as a child, you know, you were on the path of good fortune, and then all of this disruptive energy came in and slowed everything down. You know, you began to question yourself. You know, if all of these people treat me the same way, then there must be something wrong with me. No, with workers of light and with children of God on a particular path to enlightenment, and to, you know, to be a leader for others and at service for others, to help others, you know, we have to experience a lot of things so that we can understand people going into the future, or they can relate to us going into the future, and all the devils come out to play. You know, these are the devils trying to stop you because you're actually somebody very important in the spiritual world. Because you're a person, no matter how much conflict, you might have fallen a few times, you might not have, you know, you might have reacted in ways that are less than serene, but at the end of the day, you have come through all of this, or you're coming through all this guided and assisted, even though you can't see it or feel it sometimes, guided and assisted, so that you come through this hell, you walk through this hell, and you come out better for it in the long run. You come out still desiring, you know, like with love in your heart, sorry, and desiring good fortune for not just yourself but others as well. Yeah, you're still very nurturing. So there could be somebody very powerful who's going to start filling up your bank account, or your business, whatever business you have, could be to help others. to help others to understand their path, to help others out of addictions, to help others out of depressions and things like that. But also, you know, this is what God's asking you to do. You know, great worry over nothing is what's happening, like your concerns going into the future. Once you kind of find peace and away from all the chaos, your problems and your suffering and your worry are going to become less. And you've been through great sorrow, and you're going to help others come through great sorrow and difficulties also. So yeah, so you know, everything's going to be replenished, renewed. You are going to be replenished and renewed in every area of your life. You know, I believe true security comes with faith. Okay, it comes with faith. So having faith that you have, you know, that you're on the right path, that you're moving towards happiness, wealth, you know, at least, you know, a regular income. Your business is going to pay off, whatever it is you're doing, whether it be 3D business or whether it be something creative. But see, having a reverse of time, so you know, you're having a reverse of time, a reverse of fortune, which is wonderful here. And we live in an upside down world where good people have been driven to the brink, imprisoned, you know, because the powerful people are hiding. They're hiding. Look, we've got wealth here. We've got all this gold. You know, they're hiding their gold. You know, while keeping you poor and keeping you fighting and arguing. So there could be issues around gold here and things like that. But yeah, you know, now the world is being set right. Things are reversing. The good people who've put up the good fight, who've come out of all of this still, you know, a pure person of good heart and love and passion and desiring peace, truly desiring world peace for self and other, you know, you're going to get your wish. Your wishes are being granted. Everything's turning back around. You know, the guilty will go to prison and the innocent will be vindicated. So, oh, and here's that. Oh, look, I didn't realize. Time as well. So, you know, time. So this is all happening. And there's also been a lot of like things to do with CERN. You know, things are going to be discovered as well, is what I'm getting. A lot of discoveries of people trying to put the world into conflict, put you into conflict. But time, you know, let time do its thing. Time spent worrying is time spent, you know, you're worrying about your abundance, but you are going to have success. Things are about to change. Everything's being put right. God Divine is making sure that people who've suffered unnecessarily and prolonged suffering, they're going to have their bank accounts filled. They're going to have their hearts filled. You're going to get back time. It's almost like, you know, you're going back in time. Yeah, you're going to be able to get back time. Like whatever time and money, whatever you've lost, you're going to get it back. So how do you get back time? Like, you know, if you're an older person, what happens is all of a sudden you just have all of this creative energy. Everything becomes condensed. If you're a young person, then, you know, you're just having a successful path. Nothing's really lost. But if you're kind of an older person who's had, you know, your whole life's been spent in chaos and you haven't been able to move forward on your path the way that you would have liked, you're going to get all that back. So it'll be condensed. And this is why yesterday's reading, it says you need to get fit and healthy, spiritually fit, physically fit. It's like Ricky Gervais. All of a sudden, he went from being kind of like a minor nobody to being this huge star. And he just was prolific with his writing, with everything. He was just everywhere there for a while, wasn't he, during the 2000s. And he was asked, you know, how come you're so prolific? He says, well, I've got to squeeze so much into a short period of time because I'm now in my 50s with this success. So that's kind of it. You're going to get very busy. Trust. No fear. Trust yourself, your knowing, your intuition, your wholeness. Move with certainty. Be sure of yourself. Yeah, you need to move with more confidence. Stop looking back. Now may be decision time. Yeah, it's time to make a decision, all right? Now may be decision time. It's only fear that can hold you back now. That's it. So you need to let go of the past. Know that there's not going to be a repeat. Know that you're moving towards happiness and joy, and you're going to help others do the same. When you know that there is no such thing as a wrong decision, you will trust yourself joyfully. It is time to trust in the process of growth. Let go, allow, and flow. You might just enjoy it. So, yeah. And awareness. So you're growing in awareness as well. Everything's about to change. You're, the evil people are having a comeuppance, and, people who've really tried to be good. People who have elevated, people who have awoken, spiritual people, even non-spiritual people who have brave, courageous hearts, people who just naturally do the right thing in life. You're all about to be exonerated. Yeah. South Node, life's debts. So yeah, paying off life's debts, life's debt, coming out of debt, coming out of karma. It feels like bad karma your whole life, but actually you've been divinely guided your whole life. Just switch it around. And Taurus, I have. So Taurus, Taurus knows how to make money, and have gratitude for what you have. It's a 14, Archangel Michael. And then Gemini, I think. So you're moving from, all of this karmic energy into understanding that you have all that you need, and that your well-being is being ensured, and that you're going to be successful. And then I think, moving, this Gemini energy, using your mind, using your creative, everything that you've learned, and putting that into action, putting that towards good use. Yeah, and force. So you can't force this. You have to come with balance. This is like yesterday's reading, so have a look at yesterday's reading. Okay, love to you guys. Bye.